Yes, once again very warm welcome and listening for my lecture. In this video I am going to discuss description of vowel sounds. You know there are 44 basic phonemes, basic sounds in English language, and we define phoneme like the smallest meaningful unit of human speech sound. And we classify these 44 sounds into two types. One is consonant and the other type is vowel sound. In this video my focus is on vowel sounds. Vowel sounds can be defined that sounds which are produced without any obstruction in the mouth. You know, airstream comes out of the lungs and then it passes freely through the mouth. But all the vowel sounds are voiced. Why we call these sounds as voiced one? Because some sounds are unvoiced and some are voiced. All vowel sounds are voiced because there is vibration in vocal folds, in vocal cords. That's why we call these sounds as voiced sounds. So all the vowel sounds are voiced one. Vowel sounds are further classified. There are 20 vowels in English language in received pronunciation or in BBC accent, and those vowels are further classified into two types, monothongs and diphthongs. In this video my focus will be on monothongs. Mono means single, thong means sound, means single sound which does not glide. Only monothongs consist of single sound, and these sounds don't have the quality of gliding as the quality of gliding is present in diphthongs or in triphthongs. These 20 vowel sounds are further classified into short vowel sounds and long vowel sounds. There are 7 short vowel sounds and 5 long vowel sounds. Before to know how to describe these vowel sounds on the basis of the diagram, quadrilateral or trapezium, you must know how to pronounce these vowel sounds. For example, let me pronounce these short vowel sounds first and then long vowels. This is just like as you have learned different letters. In the same way, you have to learn the pronunciation of all these monothongs. These are also called as pure vowels. Pure vowel is a single vowel which does not have any gliding quality. First one, this is a. As we see in the word sit, it, a. Sit, it, a. And this is a. Sat, at, a. Sat, at, a. This one is sat, like sat, at, a. You can focus on my mouth, on my lips. You see, sit, it, a. And further, this sound is pronounced as a, cut, at, cut, at. This one is like o, hot, o. This one is put, u, put, u, short sound. And this is the last one. This is schwa sound. Shortest sound of English language is schwa, and this can be pronounced like about, about. In the beginning of about we find this sound, the shortest sound of English language. And these are long vowel sounds. As you see colon at the end of these sounds, these are prolonged. That's why we call these sounds as long vowel sounds, like C, E. As we see seat, eat, e. This one is calm, You see my mouth is open. And this one is like o, do, for, right? Like walk, O. This one, do, O. And this one is like oo. This is O. This is oo. Shoe, boot, oot, oo. And this one is like this one is cut, a. This one is bird, burn, These are the basic sounds, short, 7 short sounds and 5 long sounds. Some of you might know about the description of consonant sounds as on the basis of place of articulation, manner of articulation and voicing. We describe consonant sounds. In the same way, we use a diagram, and this diagram has been suggested by IPA, International Phonetic Association. This one, IPA, International Phonetic Association. And this diagram has 4 sides, that is why we call it as quadrilateral diagram, and we also call this diagram as trapezium. And this diagram consists of 8 cardinal vowels. These are the extreme positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are imaginary vowels. Cardinal vowels are reference vowels, imaginary vowels, and on the basis of these reference points, on the basis of these imaginary vowels, we can measure the quality or length of any vowels of any language. This diagram is not limited for the description of English vowel sounds, rather vowel sounds of any other language can be placed on the basis of the position, relative position of these extreme positions, these imaginary vowels, these cardinal vowels. Yes, when we pronounce vowel sounds, you might have observed that the role of tongue is very important and the position of our lips keeps on changing. For example, sometime when we pronounce vowel sounds, the movement of tongue may be in 2 forms. One, the tongue can move forward and backward, and the other movement of tongue is that it may move upward and downward. Or we divide tongue into different parts like tip of the tongue, blade of the tongue, middle of the tongue and back side of the tongue. Basically, this quadrilateral shows our 4 sides of tongue. Sometimes certain sounds are pronounced from the front side of the tongue. Some sounds are pronounced from the back side of the tongue. For example, if you analyze E, as this sound can be seen in C, E, and now analyze like shoe, oo, C, E, oo, E. This sound is pronounced from the front part of the tongue, and when we pronounce oo, automatically you can observe that movement of the tongue is backward, right? Back side of the tongue is involved in the production of this sound oo. And sometimes we see the tongue is very close to upper jaw and upper hard palate as we call. And on the basis of this position, how the tongue is high and how tongue is low during the production of these sounds, we give different terms like close or open. So vowels can be described on the basis of these 3 criterions. First one is part of the tongue. We analyze which part of the tongue is involved in the production of the sound. And this front, center, back. If you look at this diagram like this x-axis shows the horizontal position of our tongue. Like this shows the front part of our tongue, and this place shows the center of our tongue, and this one shows the back side of the tongue. If we pronounce like E, this sound is pronounced from the front part of the tongue, This is the extreme position, right? Maximum, any speaker of any language who can produce maximum front and maximum high kind of vowel, that will be this one. Like, and some people are confused because some of the symbols are just like the symbols which we use given by IPA of International Phonetic Association to BBC or received pronunciation, but some symbols are different. So don't confuse yourself with these 20 symbols and the cardinal vowels, symbols of these cardinal vowels, extreme positions, reference points. So I was talking that like sit, it, a. A is pronounced from the front part of the tongue, that is why we have placed it here. And if you analyze this one, oo, oo. This sound is pronounced from the back side of the tongue. Back part of the tongue is involved in the production of this sound. That is why we have placed this sound here. In the same way, if you analyze another one, second point is position of the tongue. How high the tongue is and how low the tongue is during the production of the sound. And we also give terms like close and open. Close in the sense when the tongue is very close to the upper part of the mouth, like hard palate, and open when the tongue is lowered, right? Another term is given that is high. When the tongue is high, of course, that will be close to upper part of our mouth, hard palate, and when it is low, this line shows the highness of our tongue, and then mid-high, and then this one shows open. It means lips are open, jaws are open, and tongue is lowered. That is why we call mouth is open, like in case a. You can see cat, at, mouth is open and tongue is lowered, and we call it this one, open and low. So sounds which are pronounced in this way like a. Mouth is open and tongue is lowered. That is why we have placed this sound at this place. Cat, at, a. In the same way, you can see this sound. There is very slight difference between the pronunciation of these vowel sounds, and you need to be very careful regarding the correct pronunciation of these sounds. And there are a number of videos which are available, number of links, and you can download from Play Store phonemic chart of BBC. I'll try to give link of that one, or you can listen these sounds from the native speakers instead of listening me again and again. I have just tried to explain these sounds, but I'm not the authority. As far as the pronunciation of these sounds is concerned, the authority is the native speakers. So you try to follow the pronunciation of those sounds which are produced by native speakers. Only in that way you would be able to place a right vowel at a right place in this diagram trapezium. Yes. So if we see this one, oo, and this one, oo, put, ut, oo, oo. This is also pronounced from the back side of the tongue. And other than all these things, you also need to remember the position or the shape of your lips. When the corner of our lips are joined together, you see, and we see rounded form our lips. For example, oo. These are the corners. These are joined together like oo. And this is called as a rounded form of our lips. In some sounds, lips are in rounded form, or in some sounds, lips are in unrounded form, and sometimes you see the shape of our lips is neutral. And we also discriminate, this is also a contradictory point between vowel sounds. Some vowel sounds are long and some are short, as you can see the list of these sounds, this one. So this is all about, once again, let me tell you, let me recap. This diagram is suggested by IPA, International Phonetic Association, and this is not only used to point out or to place English vowel sounds, rather this can be used to place vowel sounds of any language. Another point, these are the extreme positions, these are the reference vowels, these are the imaginary vowels, these are extreme position which shows that maximum front part of the tongue and maximum the position of the tongue will be high during the production of this sound like E. Got it? So this is all about the description of vowel sounds. You can listen again and again these pure vowels, these monotones, and you can practice. First you need to learn the sounds. Only in that way you will be able to place these sounds at right place in trapezium or quadrilateral. Thank you so much for your patience.